Hello, today I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful animation over here. The main focus is going to be the ruler because that's the thing that I designed from scratch, and then the pencil as well, right? But I'm here to show you the keynote or like the process that I went through to do this beautiful animation. It's not going to be like a tutorial base. It is more like giving you an insight of how I was able to do this. Later on, I'll do a separate video showing you how I was able to model each part of the ruler, okay, and a pencil as well. So anyway, let's dive into it. So now moving, okay. So I'm here to tell you how I made everything perfectly to be animated this way, okay. And I will show you how the glass and everything is being done. So let me just go back and then explain everything to you. So as you can see, it's starting from 70, but I'm supposed to start from 0. And if I click A only, okay, it's going to select everything. And as you can see, this is the whole timeline, okay. So I did a rendering which is like starting from this side to this side. That's why I only have this coming over there, okay. So like the way I was able to do it is that I downloaded this table and chairs, okay. So I didn't design this tables and chairs. I got it on this add-on, okay, called Blender Kit, okay. So I think here there's the chair, okay. So if I select this and then copy it, okay, I come over here, I paste it over there, and then I search. I think it's going to show, but yeah, so if your internet is good, it will show up here, and yeah, then you can just download it and you use it to do your thing. And as you can see, I have a problem with my internet connection. So anyway, I will just leave it how it is. So that's the way that I was able to get this table, okay. So the book over here also, I didn't actually design it. I also got it on the same place. So I think the book, it's over here. Yeah, there's the book, okay. So small notebook. So if I have internet connection, it will be able to show up here, right? So yeah, that's the only thing that I did. The rest of the scene is now I made a wall. So the wall, it's a plane. Think if I zoom out, this how it's being done. The problem is that the scale is not good, so I'm going to change this one. The end, I'm going to add 2 zeros to it, so that's how you're able to see from afar, right? And think here the extras are not there. The origins, there are some things which are turned off, which I don't understand. Floor here, we need to add a floor, and the X and Y is supposed to be there. All right, so what I designed from scratch is the ruler itself, okay. So there's the ruler itself, and the ruler, it contains a whole lot of things. If I do shift A, as you can see, have letters, numbers, and then the counting things also as well. And as you can see from all here coming, okay, you won't see the counting unless it reaches the point where it will start counting, okay. So again, let me show you how the animation is done. So first of all, I position the table to be where it is. If you download it from here, okay, it will be small, so you need to scale it up. And they have parented everything to this empty thing over here, this line over here. So as you can see, if I move this empty thing, as I see, it's being parented to it. So if you're a beginner and you don't know what I'm talking about, okay, it's over here. So shift A and you go to empty. You can see that you have this thing over here, plain as is over there, okay. Yeah, so everything was done, so meaning that the book and everything, the pencil and everything over here, is all being done by someone else. and in the book as well, right? So the book, it's actually comes with a pen, but I didn't use the pen. I delete the pen and I use my own pen to do the pen writing. So think over here, that's where you see the pen. So the pen will be here. Yeah, the pen is also like the thing that I designed from scratch. Okay, so anyway, let me show you how everything was being done. Okay, so first of all, I'll start from the cameras. So the cameras, I have this and this and this. Okay, so each of them is playing their main role, and as you can see, this camera, okay, is not being active over here. Okay? And if I go to the camera view over here, it's now moving to the third one, okay, which is this one. So the only way to fix it is that you need to go out, okay, and then make sure that you click on the camera thing over here, like this one, the first one over here, right? So you click on that, then on frame 1 where your timeline is, okay, you click on that. You need to make sure that you do this, okay. You click on this like icon over here, then you move your mouse pointer to this side, then you hold Control B, and it's going to be there, right? And as you can see now, when you move in to let's say the camera view, okay, over here, so as you can see, and now what, yeah, playing very well, right? And so we need to do the same thing to the second one. So the second one is start from here, okay, so it start from this side. So I'm going to move it to this side, okay, and I will select the second one. You need to make sure that you click on this green thing, okay, then you move your mouse pointer over here, Control B. Now you have camera 1, camera 2, right? Then when you play, then you go, now you move on to this one, okay. And I think the third one, okay, which is over here, it is 2. I think where it is not good, right? But I think I made it that way. Which one is this? No, 2. I want to be 2, okay, yeah, 2. So the 2, I think, is start from here instead, right? Select it and then Control B, right? And then the third one, which is this, okay, I'm going to move it all out and then go from the back, and then when I play, yeah, good. So this is how I made the camera. So the process is that, I'll just move the first camera, which is this one, okay. I position it this way, and then I'll push my timeline indicator to 30, and I'll zoom into this side and kind of like rotating it a bit. Then I will click on K on my keyboard and I'll select location, rotation, and scale. I didn't do any scale of the camera, so it's better to use location and rotation, okay, and it works perfectly. So yeah, you need to position yourself, like position the camera better, right? So that's all about the camera. Now let me go out from the camera. Let me talk about the book itself, okay. So maybe the book, let me focus on the book. So I can select the book itself, dots on the number pad, and I'll focus on that. So the book, I think the animation start from the beginning over here, right? Yeah, it's start from 1, okay. But I did not animate the book itself. I animated this, or I keyframe this thing, okay. So the book is being parented by this. So if I move this one, okay, the book is going to move also as well, okay, right? So on this frame, okay, on frame 5, I just hit K, and then I selected location, rotation, and scale, okay, and I move my book all the way down to make it this way. So let me do this simple thing for you to see. So I'm going to delete all the keyframe for this one. So A to select everything over here, X, and delete keyframe. So my book is up here, okay. So I'll click on K, then I will select location, rotation, and scale. Now it's there. So all what I need to do is I need to move this one to maybe, I think it's 27, I think so. Then I will grab this downwards. So Gen Z, now position is down this way, move in to see if it is now perfectly on the right side. So Gen Z, let's grab it up a bit so you can hold shift to like move it precisely. So I think here is so it is good. All right, so I like it this way, right? And then I'll click on R, Y, now type 360. Okay, enter. Then I'll hit the Gen again, location, rotation, and scale, right? And as you can see, let me zoom out. As you can see now, if I move back, as it is now what moving. Okay, so we need to make sure that you push your timeline indicator to where you want it. You want the final animation to end. Then when you get there, you rotate it. You give it like the number that you wish to rotate. So if you want it to rotate like so many times before it ends over here, okay, maybe if you want the book to rotate maybe 4 times or so, you can do 360 by or 360 times 4, and the number that you get to just type it over there. And that's like you hit R, rotation on the Y axis sorry, then you type the number over there, and this is going to be very simple, right? So the same thing applies to the ruler as well. So as you can see, the ruler over here, the same thing applies to it. So on frame 20, I keyframe it, okay, which is K, location, rotation, and blah blah. I think I'm using an add-on which is allowing me to use K as the shortcut, but in the normal way it is I. Okay, yeah. But to me, my own, if I hit I, it will insert only location. But if I want to open the menu, so I think yours, if you use I, it will bring up the menu, which is like this. Then you select. Okay, but that's it about the keyframe thing. So I also position this one to be here. Okay, so when it's reached here, I hit R, okay, X, sorry, Y, and then I type 360 the same way, and I hit K to insert location, rotation, and scale, right? And I copy the same thing, like this keyframe right here. I did Shift D, so as you can see, this one. So if you hit Shift D, and then you move, you see, yeah. So I did the same thing over there, and I was able to get this right, which is so perfect. And then from there, like, so the whole point is that when it's reach over here, it's going to wait for some time before it goes down. Okay, right? So as you can see, it reach here, goes it waits some time. So as you can see, it waits some time before it to go down, right? So when I position this over here, I'll grab the whole point, like the whole thing from the top like this downwards, and then I rotate it the same way I did with the book. Okay, like the lines, the indicators, the numbers, the letters, they were all parented by this empty thing over here. Okay, yeah. At the end of the whole point, I add a camera to capture the top one, okay, here to capture the numbers. Okay, so as you can see, if I move this one backwards, the indicators over here, okay, they are also what's moving. Okay, it's kind of like they are increasing. Okay, and if I move out from the camera itself, okay, I think I'm going to hide all the cameras for now. Okay, let me also turn off the extras, extras, and let me see relationship lines here. Good. So let me turn off that one, and so that you'll be able to see it perfectly. Okay, so the only way I was able to do this simple animation over here, okay, it's super simple, very simple. Okay, So what I did is I brought in a plane, okay, and I added an array. So let me turn off the array for you to see. So the plane, if I go to this side, bring in this panel, I go to items, you can see its dimensions, and this dimensions, this if you want to recreate the whole thing again, please, you need to use this particular dimension over here, okay. Yeah, I have done the calculation, everything perfectly, so you need to use this, okay. Yes, but I designed this whole ruler into scale. I measure it like I'm having a physical like ruler around, and I measure every point, okay. That was the reason why I was able to pull out this beautiful thing, okay, right here. So when it gets the dimensions like this perfectly over there, right, then you come to this side, okay, and the ruler starts from 0, okay, 0 right here all the way to 30, okay. So this is 30 centimeters was ruler. So this one, so which means that in the array modifier, okay, you need to give it 30, okay. So if I play it to the last end, okay, it's 31. So sorry, you need to type 31. So what I did is that in frame 70, I type 1 and I inserted keyframe over here, okay. So example is this one. When you move to this side, then you click on this, it's going to insert keyframe, okay, as we don't want to insert keyframe right here, right. So that's the whole point over here. So I inserted the keyframe on frame 1, then on frame 90, okay, that is when it will reach the maximum point of it, okay. So if I turn this one on, as you can see, it's not like increasing, okay. So while it is moving back, it is reducing. So I use the same techniques, okay, for the small ones scale. So as you can see, 1 2 3 4, then 5, so like which is half of it. So I use the same techniques to apply for the whole thing, okay. But each of them has their own measurements, okay. So the one that is like this, its dimension, okay, is this. So you need to keep that in mind. This one also, its dimension is this. And as you can see, if I turn on this one, the dimensions increase, okay. But if you want to recreate the same thing as this, don't watch this dimension. Like when this one is on, turn off this, the dimensions that you see over here, key it. So I selected, so all this is just a plane. So shift A, then you select a plane, okay, this one, then you change its dimensions over here to this exactly, okay. Then when you're done, you have to give each of them their factor x. So as you can see, the factor x for this one, okay, is different from the factor x from the one over here, okay. So the factor x over here is 12.455. This one is 42.276. This is accurate. It's like if you want to do this exactly, you need to keep this in mind, okay. Keep this in mind. It's done perfectly. The same thing applies to the downside, but the downside I did not animate it. But if you want to animate it, it's also simple. As you can see, it's up to 192. So I'll just be on 90, keyframe this, okay, and then I'll move to 70 like this and type 1 over here and then keyframe it, okay. So now if you play, now you can see that's what increasing, right? So if I play this, as you can see, it's not increasing. So this is how it's being done, okay. So yeah, it's really simple. So the numbers, it's kind of hard thing that I did, okay. I brought in a test. So as you can see, there's all test, right? So maybe shifts A, you go to test, okay. When it comes, go to edit mode, you delete all of that, okay, then type the number that you prefer, okay. And when you are done, okay, you just position it well, like here. And as you can see, the 0 over here, if I go to its data type, you can see that I added a font, which is when you open this, I added this one, okay, right? And so I did the same thing. So well, after I've done the 0, I shift D, which is duplicate it, go to edit mode, just delete it and then type 1. Okay, so I use the same format to type for the rest of the numbers, which is 0 towards 30, right? Then the same thing, which is from 12 towards 1 over here, or 12 to 0 over here. Then the name also here, which is this, it's also the same process. I brought in a test and then went to the folder, then I added this name over here, right? Algerian regular, okay, yeah, which is so simple. So you type the name, any name you want, and yeah, you are done, right? So one thing that I was actually impressed about is how I was able to write on the book. Okay, so as you can, viewport is kind of noisy, right? I think something is missing. The blue ink over there, I think it is there. Okay, yeah, it's there. So I think the book is too high, so let me grab the book down just so that you'll be able to see. Okay, right, yeah, this one, this blue thing over here. Okay, it's kind of like the pencil, sorry, the pen ink. Okay, it's so simple. The pen is not actually writing anything. Okay, so what I did is I added a plane. So let me just go back to the solid mode. So I added a plane with this, let me turn off this. Okay, yeah, with this, the dimensions. Okay, and I added an array, and I gave it a count of, I think it's a whole lot. Yeah, I think a count of 207. Okay, so on this frame I keyframe it over here, and then on this 109 I type 207 to match the end point of the pen. Okay, and I gave it a material blue. Okay, at first it was ink and it wasn't like that perfect. Okay, so there's the ink thing over here, and it wasn't looking great on the paper, so I created my own thing. So which is you go to plus, add material, then you choose the color that you want. Yeah, that's all. It's not that difficult. Then you maybe increase or decrease the roughness or increase the roughness. It depends on you. Okay, yeah, so that's how I was able to pull up this one over here. Okay, and the pen is the pen that I have designed it a long time ago. If you have been following my page on LinkedIn, you see that I have already designed this already. So I have made this as an asset. Okay, so this one I have made it as an asset. So when you go to my assets, as you can see, you have pen over here, so I can bring it inside and look so perfect over there. Okay, so I have designed this long time ago. Yeah, so nothing extraordinary here. Yeah, so the whole point is this one is on the ruler itself, and after that I made an animation about it. Okay, now let's talk about the material. So the material, as you can see, let me just go back to the timeline over here. So timeline, let me raise the ruler up. So as you can see, the ruler, you can see that it has this orange thing over here, right? So the orange thing, I created a new material as I showed you earlier. You click this, you select your color that you prefer. When you're done, you just come to the ruler, you select it, then you go to edit mode, then you select the face. So you select this face like this. Okay, so if you're a beginner and you don't know where to go to edit mode, you can just come over here. Okay, then you select edit mode, or you click on tab on the keyboard. But I am using an add-on which will allow me to select which side, like either a vertex mode or edge mode. Okay, so yeah, that's the only way that I was able to do that. So you select the face, then you select the thing that you want to apply. So let me change this one to maybe blue so that you'll be able to understand. So like this, and then if this space is selected, then you click on assign. As you can see, it changes what to blue, right? And then the material over here, the material, this transparent material, which is this one. Okay, I got it on Blender Kit. Okay, so again, you can double click on this. Sorry, you can search the name over here, but you need to come to Blender Kit, then you change this one to material, then you clear all this, then you search for any material you prefer, and if you have internet, it's supposed to show here, right? I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, but it will show over here. Yes, this one. So I got this one, so I will just drag it. Okay, then on top of this, and it will automatically apply there. Okay, yeah, so that's how I was able to get that. Hey, this is from Unreal Engine. Okay, anyway, that's the process that I went through to make the material of this ruler. Okay, yeah, so it's not that difficult to do all these things. The setup scene is too easy. This one, it's a plane. I got the texture of this from Blender kits also as well. I searched for floor, and I got this beautiful thing over here, and I apply it to this. This is so simple. I extrude the faces of the wall or the plane. I gave it two materials. One is white, one is a kind of red orange thing over here, and apply it to it, and yeah, it came beautiful. So the animation is there, so when you play it, it's going to do this, and yeah, so beautiful. So anyway, that's all about this tutorial, like not kind of tutorial, this kind of a breakdown on how I was able to pull out this beautiful animation. Okay, stay tuned. I'll do a separate video doing exactly the model, like how I model the ruler and everything. Okay, but if you want to check out, like, or if you want to do exactly what I've done and you have knowledge about this already, make sure the numbers you actually like put it there. Okay, as like that, the dimensions and everything. Okay, so again, until we meet again, adios, peace. I'll see you in the next video.